Hey, it's me, Edison. Welcome to Femmes React. I'm here to watch the Eclipse episode 2 featuring Baby Kaltung, the star of the show. If you're back from last week, thank you so much for joining me again for this solo reaction. Usually I have someone with me watching this series, BL series, but for the Eclipse, it's gonna just be me. Last week, we were introduced, I guess, to the show. It was episode 1. We got to see Baby Kaltung in a different light. I don't know if I've processed it. I don't know if it's my favorite side of him. Like, I don't know. I think I just prefer. I preferred him in Together, you know, as the side, really happy, really nice friend. And then in Chonlati, he was quirky and sweet, and yeah, I'm not sure about this Kaltung, but gonna cheer for him anyways. The thing about the Eclipse that is interesting is the director is trans. Okay, so I found this out after I finished my reaction last week, and then, you know, I think finding this information out, it's got me feeling really positive about the femme characters, the rebel group. Like, all of them are a bit, you know, a bit more flamboyant. Like, you know, that's what we're all about at this channel, embracing the femininity and being queer and all that stuff. And so, like, I am happy for that representation, their inclusion. And I think because the director is trans, we're gonna have positive representation and maybe something that is a bit more fleshed out. I'm really hoping that, you know, they're secretly kind of the heroes. I wasn't sure how to interpret them last week because they were kind of the rule breakers, and the rule breakers weren't necessarily introduced in a positive light. But I think the show is all about dissecting authority and about, like, really negative, like, controlling, systematic authority that might kill your uncle. Like, very, like, not me in a sense. Like, are we talking about corruption? Are we talking about bringing down a system? Are we talking about, what are the things, you know, that are kind of presenting themselves in this show? And the interesting bit is people think it's a curse, but we saw someone push that flower pot. And so, you know, what's really happening in this show? Is it like a mix? Or, like, is there actually a curse? Like, or is it just more about the idea of a curse, and then under that facade, the system, you know, that includes the teachers and principal and or whoever's in charge of enforcing the rules, do they use the curse as a facade to commit acts that they don't have to be accounted for because they're maybe a bit more shady and illegal? And so if that's the case, then what they did to the uncle is doesn't seem very cool. Like, we want to know how everything unfolded, you know, like, Kaltung is here to get revenge, which I love. I love revenge. I think the Eclipse has some legs to stand on to be an interesting show. It has potential, especially with the femme characters, but I think the whole show is going to be about first kind of just realizing that the system isn't for him and that maybe he does need to rebel. And I guess maybe if through you know, gender queer lens, is there a bit stuff about heteronormativity, you know, all that stuff? Like, shouldn't we question systems that are in place and if they're beneficial, you know, nowadays for our society and our evolving society? So is it that allegory? Look at me using all these big words. But yeah, the only negative for me, well, there's a few negatives, but I'll just go into the main one. The main negative for me right now is that the romances seem a bit generic in the way that the flirting isn't revolutionary, or it's not giving me anything. And maybe part of it is, unfortunately, like, after all these BLs that we've watched, like, we kind of get used to the longing glances and the love at first sight sort of stuff. But I watched a lot of JBLs recently, and because they've come out this year, and it's given me a new perspective in going through a character journey and identifying with someone on why they like someone and the characteristics of why they like someone. I'm just less invested if people are kind of staring at each other, developing feelings, but there's no deeper meaning behind it, because, like, the romance is stronger and more, you feel it better if you understand, like, what's going on and if they had a chance to articulate it maybe. And we don't really know the characters that well. We don't know what kind of dynamic they have. You know, first is thinking about Cao Tung after he came so close to him. But what's the reason why he's attracted to Cao Tung? Is it just the looks? Does he like his rebellious side? Is there a part of first that is kind of like interested in this forbidden fruit, so to speak? You know, that I can get behind that if that's the case. But then there's also Neo and his partner. They don't have anything established, and so when they were kind of looking at each other, I was just kind of like, I think I need more. Like it's like eating something, but you don't know what the flavor is, and so like I can't really savor it. Yeah, we'll see how episode 2 goes. Honestly, I prefer Cao Tung with his hair down, and him being a sweet boy. Oh, I just don't know how to take this one. But maybe I could change my mind. Maybe about time. It happens in a lot of shows. I think at first I'm kind of like, I'm not feeling this dude, but then over time I'm just kind of like, oh yeah. Okay, so this is like, I guess it's like a tradition because this happened in Fish Upon the Sky, right? I didn't watch the whole Fish Upon the Sky because of reasons. But do girls express like their interest in guys by giving them stickers? The whole like, I guess we're in the territory of BL where it's kind of gay for you, like, because I don't know how people interpret it. I guess they could be like pansexual paradise or like gay for you, you know, where characters are canonically straight except for one person. And so like, this is just me kind of deciding or trying to decipher which zone we're in terms of how these characters self-identify. I guess First likes them bad boys. I mean, why not? Maybe First likes a challenge, or he likes someone. Maybe it was a tattoo on the hip. Also inappropriate. I think like we're in gay for you territory. And kind of having these characters being outwardly heterosexual. I mean, like, I don't want to feel... It's just hard to have these conversations because you risk going into bi-erasure, and obviously we don't know what these characters' sexualities are. They could all be pansexual. But in terms of like self-identifying with characters and understanding their emotional journey and representing, it's just my obsession. But like, I just wish they wouldn't push this like hitting on the women angle so hard for some of these characters. Maybe it's just because I find Straight for You a little bit homophobic. I don't know. I don't need to overthink it. It's a discussion for some other time. So she's replacing the uncle, right? What? Did he say Singto? Is that dog Sinto? Oh.
ยิ้มเก่งจังนะมึงอะสรุปมึงอยากซิงจริงปะมึงยังเวอร์จินอยู่เหรอมึงเงียบปากไปเลยนะแสดงว่าจริงอะดิ
God, Cao Tung is feeling so superior because why? Because he had Tonhon in his previous life? Like, you're all like, what, 16? I don't understand kids these days. Ooh. Ooh, what's the symbol? What's the symbol about? The Eclipse. Ooh. Fight him. Fight him, Cao Tung.
พอมีเรื่องเงี้ยกูโคตรคิดถึงอาจารย์ดีกาเลยว่ะถ้าแกยังอยู่นะคงมีวิธีจัดการพวกนอกข้อนั้นได้ชัวร์มึงเลิกพูดถึงคนทรยศคนนั้นสักทีได้ไหมวะ
Traitor? What did Dika do? Okay. Whose hands are these?
อย่าคิดนะไม่เหลือเลยว่ะแก
Okay, so last episode they were in the library and then they screamed while they were photocopying something. So
คำสาปนั้นกำลังเล่นงาน
where are our femmes now? What happened to them?
โอ้ยทั้งคู่เลยเว้ยขนาดต่อยกับพวกนั้นเรื่องอะไรมึงรู้หรอ
Why are we in the urinal so much? Golly gee.
จมูกดีนะดมเก่งเหมันจมูกหมาเลย
My god, everyone is
มึงอยู่ห้องไหน
everyone is calling each other dogs and not cool. It's not cool. Okay, but everyone's in year 12,
รู้
so
หรอกว่ากูอยู่ห้องไหนกูรู้แค่ว่ามึงอ่ะชื่อคันลอง
โอเค
ม.6/1ที่หัวหน้าห้องมึงอ่ะเป็นตุ๊ด
2020 na? Gender is fluid. Homophobia is so outdated.
oh, these sound effects, they're just like, they're great. Okay, so little baby Lewis is like, is he out? But why even bring him into it? Like, what's the point?
ชื่อคันลองม.6ไอ้นโมมึงอย่าบอกเรื่องนี้กับใครนะไม่งั้นอ่ะไอ้คันได้ออกจากชมรมสารวัตรนักเรียนแน่ๆเลยโอเค
He's gonna tell people. He's gonna tell people because he wants Nia kicked out of the club because he wants to join it so much. And you know what? Is it gonna work? That's gonna be so Alright, this is where we're going. Okay, so Neo secretly cares about Louis.
กำลังละเมิดสิทธิ์กูอยู่นะเว้ย
สิทธิ์ที่อะไรของมึง
สิทธิ์ในทรัพย์สินและร่างกายกูไง
มึงอย่ามามั่วดิ
สิทธิมนุษยชนกฎพื้นฐานข้อง่ายๆมึงไม่รู้จักเหรอ
Oh, he gets to look inside, right? He was looking for clues about his uncle.
มองหาโต๊ะของอาจารย์ไส้ศึกที่ย้ายไปโรงเรียนเก่ามันบ้างครับ
Huh?
อ๋อ อาจารย์ดีกาคนที่ย้ายไปน่ะเหรอ
ใช่ครับ คนทรยศแห่งสุพโล
Oh, he's a traitor because he moved to Cao Tong's old school. Okay, but then if he moved back, is that when he jumped into the canyon? Like,
ช่วยกูจัดบอลดิ
what's the timeline?
เป็นแฟนกันเปล่า
ขอกูเป็นแฟนเหรอ
กูหมายถึงมึงกับอาจารย์ดีกาต่างหากเขาส่งมึงมาที่นี่ให้มึงไปไส้ศึกคอยส่งข่าวกลับไปใช่ไหม
Okay, that's a bit of a
แต่นี่
leap,
อยู่เหรอ
right?
สงสารคนอ่านจริงจังพอดโคตรห่วยอากาศก็โคตรพัง
มึงไม่ต้องเปลี่ยนเรื่อง
ดูกดบ้ากดบอพวกนี้ดิ ตกยุคชิบหายแล้วจะให้จัดบอร์ดอยู่ได้
นี่เป็นกฎที่สุภาพบุรุษสุพโลสืบทอดจากรุ่นสู่รุ่นต่อกันมาเป็น100 ปี
Oh my god, okay. Oh god, like, this conversation is not flowing naturally. Well, I mean, I guess Cao Tong did deflect, and then it triggered for us to drop the subject. When he was like, don't change the subject. He's like, these rules suck, and First is like, how dare you, bro?
ชิบหายแล้วจะให้จัดบอร์ด
มึงโดนอาจารย์ดีกาล้างสมองมาใช่ไหมเป็นพวกขวางโลกเหมือนกัน ก็เลยอยู่โรงเรียนนี้ไม่ได้ไอ้พวกขวย
He's like, oh, whoa,
ไม่
whoa.
มีสิทธิ์พูดจาถึงเขาแบบนี้ด้วย
แล้วมึงมีสิทธิ์อะไรมาพูดถึงกฎของสปโรแบบนี้
Oh my god.
ไอ้พวกคนทรยศ
Oh my god. There is something kind of delicious though about corrupting the good boy. Like, and then first kind of being like, oh, I like him, but he's bad for me.
กูขอผ่านวะบอกตรงหนังที่มึงชอบแต่ละเรื่องนี่กูดูแล้วหลับตลอดเลย กูดูไม่รู้เรื่องวะ
จริงพวกกูเดียว
How is AJ/JJ seeing out of his bangs? Like, they're literally over his eyes.
แล้วก็ปฏิเสธไม่ได้ด้วยว่า แกต่อต้านกลุ่มอำนาจเดิมทวงคืนความเท่าเทียมให้กับประชาชน
ขอได้ไหมอ่ะ
Oh my god, Cao Tong, just lay low. Just lay low.
กับการใส่เครื่องแบบนักเรียนเลยครับ
ข้อมูลในอินเทอร์เน็ตที่ใครจะเข้าไปแก้ไขไปเปลี่ยนแปลงยังไงก็ได้เนี่ยนะ เธอเรียนหนังสือเธอต้อง
Oh,
ยึด
baby
ตาม
Cao
ตำรา
Tong looks so good here. Look at the light hit his face.
ผมเห็นด้วยกับอาจารย์ครับ
Oh my god. What is this
ผมคิดว่าคำตอบข
about?
องวัสวัตผิด
ใช่ไหมครับอาจารย์
I never had this sort of conversation at 17. Maybe Kaltong, you're here to investigate what happened to your uncle, not put a target on your back. My gosh, what is he doing? What is the story doing? Like, I don't even know.
ฉันไม่อาจเป็นเลิฟ
I'm not gonna pretend to be invested in this moment. I mean, I think I gauge what they're talking about, but like, am I moved? No. No, not really. I mean, they just had an argument in class. So, baby,
ทำไมเสื้อกูอ่ะ
why are you smelling his jacket? It's gonna get a whiff of cow tongue. What would cow tongue smell like?
มึงทำไมเสื้อกูอ่ะ
Moisturizer. He's feeding the dog. Aww.
ต้องกินไหมครับสิงโต
Sincto.
สิงโตลูก
Aww.
สิงโตครับ
กินนี่ไหม
สิงโต
Aww.
กินแล้วเหรอ
ไม่กินมึงก็กินดิ
มึงกินเองดิสิงโต
กินให้หมามึงดูหน่อยดิ
Oh, they're pretty much boyfriends at this
กิ
point.
นเองดิ
If they're raising a dog together. That's cute. See, I just want happy moments. Happy, cute moments. They don't need to be fighting against
มองกูไหมอ่ะ
authority and school and symbolism and cultural tradition or conservatism. It's just too much. Too much context that I'm not getting picking up.
หมามันก็น่ารักดีเหมือนกันนะ
You're the dog. You're pretty cute. It's little babies, little bambas. What are they talking about? What are they whispering about? What are they talking about? Are they shipping? Are they shipping Neo and Louis? What's going on?
มึงไม่ต้องมาปกป้องกูอะไรแบบนั้นอีกนะ กูชินแล้วอ่ะ ใครอยากจะบูลลี่กูยังไงอ่ะ กูไม่สนใจหรอก แต่กูไม่อยากเห็นมึงเจ็บตัวแบบนั้นอีกนะเว้ย
Oh, what a soft boy.
เอาเริ่ม
Oh my god. Imagine learning martial arts in PE class. I hate PE. Let alone doing this. Oh my god. Where your eyes linger. Blurry. Blurry.
แค่นี้เหรอ
Blurry. Ooh. Oh. Okay. Slam him. Oh my god.
ไอ้สัตว์
Oh.
พุ่งกูแรงจังอะ
Yeah.
มึงก็ตั้งใจหน่อยดิ
Yes. I mean, throw him down hard. I mean, like, sure, why not? Woo. Okay. Okay, come on, Calton. Come on, baby Calton.
มึงมีแรงแค่นี้เหรอวะ
Did it work? I don't think it worked.
ทำไมมึงอ่อนจังวะไอ้ตัวเล็ก
Okay.
มึงปล่อยกูได้อะ
No.
อย่าง
Yeah.
กูบอกให้มึงปล่อยกูไง
ถ้ามึงอยากออกไปอ่ะ มึงก็ดิ้นออกไปเองดิ ถ้ามึงทำได้อะนะ
เป็นไรตัวใหญ่ ตัวเก่งเชียวหืม
กูไปก่อนนะ
Oh, he
กูคุย
chickened
แล้วกู
out.
โอ๊ย มึงจะเอาใช่ป่ะไอ้ตัวเล็ก
ก็ได้นะไอ้ตัวใหญ่
ก็ได้นะอะไรของมึง
ก็มึงถามกูว่าจะเอาป่ะใช่ป่ะ กูก็ตอบมาก็ได้ไง ให้กูเข้าไปห้องตอนนี้เลยป่ะ
ไม่ต้อง ถ้ามึงไม่หยุดมึงเจอตีนกูแน่ลาดน้ำไปเลยนะ
Oh Oh my god, I cannot handle this Cao Tong. I don't know who he is. Okay, we're finally getting back to the curse. Like, what's going on with the nobody's caring about what happened to the car.
คุณไปช่วยมันทำไมวะไอ้อาร์ค
Ark, you're just gay for him. Like, what do you mean? Why? You have a baby dog now.
แต่นี่มึงกำลังละเมิดสิทธิ์ของคนอื่นอยู่นะ
ก็ไม่ได้ละเมิดอะไรนะคะ
ไอ้คัน ไอ้วัด
Take them? Take them how? Oh my god.
พี่ไม่มีสิทธิ์นี่มันสิทธิ์ของพวกหนูเอาคืนมึงเลิกสร้างปัญหาสักทีนี่ถ้ามึงไม่กลัวพวกกูอ่ะมึงกลัวคำสาปมันก็ได้
Ooh, the
แบบ
curse.
นี้นะคะ
Okay, what's your deal? What's your deal, bro?
กูมันโหดไปกันนะค่ะพี่ครับ
Why are they listening?
อีนงอีเนียนวันนี้พูดแค่นี้ไป
Why are they listening to Baby Cao Tong? What the heck?
ขอของด้วยนะคะ
ขอบคุณค่ะด้วยนะคะ
They're listening to Daddy Cao Tong. I should stop calling him Baby Cao Tong. Now he's Daddy. He's gone Daddy. What's going on?
พูดอะไรกับพวกมันวะ
Singto.
ไอ้อายัน
Singto, why are you running away?
นี่มึงอยากรู้เรื่องนั้นจริงๆหรือแค่อยากหาเวลามาอยู่กับกู2 ต่อ 2เหรอ
มึงไม่หลงตัวเองวะ ใครเขาจะอยากอยู่ใกล้คนอย่างมึงวะ
Me.
ทำไมอะ อยู่ใกล้ๆกับคนอย่างกูแล้วมันยังไงเหรอ
ผมจะทำให้สุภโลปั่นป่วน ให้สมกับที่พวกมันเคยทำระยำเอาไว้ครับนะ
Do it for your uncle.
กูมาเตือนมึงอ่ะให้มึงระวังไอ้อายไว้
หรือว่ามึงกลัวที่ต้องอยู่กับกู2 ต่อ 2เวลามึงหมดฤทธิ์เนี่ยน่ารักดีเหมือนกันนะ
Okay, yeah, that's it for the Eclipse episode 2. Still, I'm not sure if I'm on board with it, to be honest. I think in terms of like little cute, you know, flirty moments, yes, they do have them. There was the cute moment for Cal and First. You could kind of feel a bit of the flirting, a bit of the chemistry when they were laying on top of each other, practicing their little judo. But I don't know how it like weaves together with their personalities. And one minute they're butting heads, and then the next minute Cal is all like flirty, and I don't know. I think this role, maybe I'm just too invested in Baby Cal to see Daddy Cal, but like, I don't know, it's just like having a dessert as a savory option. Like, I just don't think I am with it right now. But I think in terms of storyline, I'm not super like invested. I don't think they've kept up the mystery for me enough. Like, I could use a bit more tension and a bit more like spooky dooky, like there's a curse, ooh, like I don't feel like it's like anyone's in danger. And I kind of want to feel like there's an undercurrent of mystery and danger, or at least something like, and maybe there is maybe a bit more like cultural stuff that I'm not picking up. There's obviously some history and referencing all that stuff and using that to draw into the uniforms and the other stuff. Like, to me, the uniform isn't a super huge deal or a detail. Like, sure, I mean, if you want to protest that, but like, I don't think care if they succeeded in changing the uniform thing or not. Like, I just don't think it has any stakes at this point. So I do miss Baby Cao Tong, but there are moments where Cal shifts into a bit more, I don't know what the appropriate term is, but like a bit more of a lad, and you're kind of like, okay, Mass Cal. Can I get behind that? I don't know. I miss Baby Chonleti. There was no mention, or barely any, of the eclipse itself, you know? I thought this was going to be supernatural. Like, when the eclipse got here, the curse would be really strong and something spooky dooky would happen. And I was like, even thinking that there was a bit of a time travel element in it, but yeah, I'm waiting for things to drop. But all these classroom politics, I'm just kind of not that invested in. What I'm invested is that I'm hoping they bring out more of an ensemble sort of approach, you know, with different perspectives. That could be interesting, because when there was a protest, Louis and Prefect Wannabe Guy, they both had close-ups, which makes me feel like they're kind of players in this show. I'm really interested to see how Louis's character perceives everything, and he's just a good boy who studies and who's head of the class, but I wonder if he has an opinion on the rebellion that's happening. And obviously we know First is going to turn eventually. He's going to get drawn in by Daddy Kaltung and he's going to flip the rules, you know, or at least try and find out the mystery of the school. Like, is there a mystery to the school? Is there something really bad happening? Like, that's what I'm not getting, and I want just to know. So the moments with the dogs was really cute with Singto, but other than that, First and Cow, maybe I just don't really ship them at this point. Let me know what you think of episode 2 of The Eclipse and your thoughts and what you're looking forward to, or you know, how you've interpreted this episode. And thank you for your support for this channel and for this reaction. Leave a like and follow us on Twitter, and yeah, I hope we see you next week and have a great week in between time. Bye everyone, thank you for watching.